What if the miracle of turning water into wine wasn't just a simple act of divine power, but a demonstration of an ancient hidden science? Imagine, for a moment, that what we've been taught to believe as a miraculous act could be something far deeper, tied to secret knowledge and mystical practices from beyond the Scripture. What if Jesus didn't just perform a miracle at the wedding in Cana, but used a form of alchemy, a knowledge that has been hidden from us for millennia? Could the story of water turning into wine be more than just faith in action? What if it's the key to understanding forgotten secrets of creation itself? At first glance, the story in the Gospel of John seems straightforward. At a wedding in the village of Cana, the wine runs out. Jesus' mother, noticing the crisis, tells the servants to do whatever he says. Then, with a simple command, Jesus turns 6 stone jars of water into wine, saving the wedding feast. The guests are amazed, and the disciples are said to have believed in him. But as simple as it may seem, this moment holds layers of mystery, and perhaps even a deep connection to ancient practices that predate the Christian faith. Let's dive deeper. We know that alchemy, the ancient practice of turning base metals into gold, was steeped in mysticism and secret knowledge. Many alchemists throughout history believed that the material world was governed by hidden forces, and that by mastering these forces, they could manipulate the very building blocks of nature. What if Jesus, as the Son of God, was aware of these forces, not as a simple magician, but as a master of creation? Could he have used the principles of alchemy to perform his miracles? In the Gospel of John, chapter 2, verses 111, we read that the servants filled the jars with water. The significance of these jars is often overlooked. They weren't just any jars. They were stone jars used for ceremonial washing. These jars, typically used for purification rituals, were not random containers. They were deeply symbolic, rituals of cleansing that echoed the ancient understanding of transformation and purification. But what about the transformation itself? Water, the very essence of life, is changed into wine, a substance that has deep symbolism in both religious and cultural contexts. In the Old Testament, wine is often associated with joy, blessing, and the covenant between God and his people. The idea of turning water into wine, especially at a wedding feast, speaks to the fulfillment of a promise that can't be fully understood unless we take a step back and examine the deeper forces at play. Could this transformation have been the result of alchemical processes which aim to purify and transmute substances into higher form? Alchemists believed that through the process of transmutation, they could reveal the hidden potential within matter, turning something ordinary into something extraordinary. In this light, what if Jesus was not merely performing a miracle, but demonstrating the deepest mysteries of creation itself? What if, in turning water into wine, he was revealing a higher understanding of the laws that govern nature, an understanding that, to this day, remains hidden from most of us? This idea isn't as far-fetched as it may seem. Alchemy has long been associated with mystical teachings and secret knowledge. In fact, many of the great thinkers of antiquity, including philosophers and religious leaders, were believed to have dabbled in alchemical practices. The famous philosopher Hermes Trismegistus, for example, is often credited with writing the Emerald Tablet, a foundational text in the tradition of alchemy, which contains the phrase "a so below, as within, so without. This principle speaks to the idea that everything in the universe is connected, and that the transformation of one thing can mirror the transformation of another. When we consider the wedding at Cana through the lens of alchemy, it's not just about the conversion of water into wine. It's about the deeper truth that Jesus, the Son of God, embodied. Jesus was not only the master of the physical world, but also the spiritual world, capable of harnessing hidden knowledge to bring about miraculous changes. What if the story is not just about the power of Jesus, but about the unveiling of divine knowledge that can transmute and purify all things, including ourselves? But let's go further. In the book of Genesis, the story of creation reveals a powerful truth. God spoke, and things came into being. He spoke light into existence, separated the waters, and called forth life from the earth. Could Jesus, in turning water into wine, be revealing a higher connection to this very act of creation? Could it be that this miracle wasn't just about saving a wedding feast, but about revealing to humanity the potential for transformation that exists within the natural world? Was it a moment where Jesus showed us how, with divine insight, the laws of nature could be bent to reveal a higher order? In the ancient practice of alchemy, the philosopher's stone was said to be the key to unlocking the secrets of the universe and turning base substances into gold. While many alchemists spent their lives in search of this mythical object, could it be that Jesus, through his miracles, was the living embodiment of this stone? After all, what is the cornerstone of Christian faith, if not Christ himself? Could it be that the philosopher's stone was not a physical object at all, but the very presence of Christ on earth, showing humanity that transformation is possible, not just on a physical level, but on a spiritual one? We also have to ask, what does this mean for us today? If Jesus was indeed using alchemical principles in his miracles, what does that say about the knowledge that is hidden in our own world? Could there be deeper secrets within nature, within science, within faith, that remain untapped? And if we're willing to look deeper into the mysteries of the Bible, what might we uncover? Could Jesus' actions in Cana be calling us to understand and harness the transformative power that resides within us all, the power to purify, to heal, and to create? In the end, the story of the wedding at Cana isn't just about Jesus performing a miracle. It's a glimpse into a far more complex and mysterious world, a world where the boundaries between the physical and the spiritual are blurred, where hidden knowledge waits to be discovered, and where the very act of creation is a profound, sacred mystery. Could the miracle of turning water into wine be a clue, a hidden message pointing us to something greater? As we reflect on this, we are left with one final question. What if there's far more to the story of Jesus' miracles than we've ever been told? What if the miracle at Cana is just the beginning of a deeper understanding of how we can transform our own lives and the world around us? Stay tuned, because the secrets hidden in the Bible are far more profound and far more transformative than we've ever imagined.